All right. Before we start with just rattling off episodes, I thought it'd be a cool idea to just explain what the hell this quarter life clarity podcast thing is in the first place. So that's what this is about. I think this is a very important episode. So if you're here, please stay here and listen to the whole thing because I think it's going to help the rest of the episodes make a lot more sense. First off, thank you for being here. I don't take that lightly. Like, especially these days, attention is hard to come by. So the fact that you're here does actually mean a lot to me. So thank you. And so, yeah, starting with the problem, right? The problem of quarter life clarity. Like, what is quarter life clarity solving? And these days, you hear a lot about the quarter life crisis. And yes, quarter life clarity is a play on words to that. I think the problem that we're trying to solve with quarter life clarity, it is that, but more so, I call it the quarter life chaos. Like, think about it. We have to figure out who we are, what to do, our career, relationships. We have to get married. We have to try and not lose friends, maybe make friends, have fun, keep up like physically in physical shape, mental health. Dude, there's so much shit that I think we have to deal with, and I think it's impossible to do it all. I know that's just kind of personally speaking, but I think overall it's fucking hard, man. And I don't think we talk about it enough. And so that's a big part of this. I also don't think we were really set up for success leaving college, or if you didn't go to college, just high school. I think just life in general. We leave college and it's like, yeah, we taught you a bunch of stuff that you're kind of not going to use in your life. So here, go, have fun. And I don't know, it pissed me off. It led me to a dark place, as you'll see if you hopefully stay and listen to the next episode about my story. But yeah, man, it's hard. It's hard and it's chaos, and I don't think we talk about it enough. So I want to talk about it. And I think collectively with all of us, we can create that quarter life clarity. I started to go down the road of I have clarity and listen to me and all that. And yes, there's some truth to that. I think I have for myself figured out a lot of who I am and where my life is going and just having peace along the way. But in order to really solve this problem, I can't do it all myself. And so that's kind of why this podcast was born, to bring in other people and make it like a group effort. Like, I want this to be like a community in a sense of people who help each other figure it out together. And so that's what I think the solution is to this chaos. And so it's going to be real stories from real people who have gone through it. It's going to be struggles. It's not going to be perfect, but that's the whole point. Like, this time period that we're in, like I said, it's hard and it's not going to be perfect. And so that's kind of the premise of this whole thing. And so, how do we do it, right? How does this podcast actually get us closer, get all of us closer to that clarity? I think there's a lot of head knowledge out there right now. I mean, that's just a fact. There's so much knowledge and information available to us, and that's a great thing. But at the same time, we're more depressed and anxious than ever. Like, how busy are you, right? There's so much stuff going on, and I personally don't think more information is just the solution. It's not the productivity hacks or getting a cold plunge or doing a sauna. Like, yeah, those things can help, but I want to go deeper than that. And so it's this whole concept of heart, head, and hands. And that is not my saying. I'm stealing it, but it's a real kind of framework for how this is going to work. And so what I mean by that is each episode is hopefully going to have a component of heart, head, and hands. And to just run through those quickly, heart means, all right, I want people to walk away feeling something, like feeling something in the heart. It's the struggle, it's the story, it's the, man, I'm not alone in this. It's it's the heart stuff, right? And I think especially for us, people, I don't know, 23 to 35, I don't know, if you think you're a quarter lifer, welcome. Like, I'm not putting any real rules on this, but I think we're missing the deep heart stuff, the deep conversations. There's so many freaking surface level conversations, and I don't know about you, but I'm tired of having them. And so that's a big part of this. So it's the heart stuff. It's head stuff, which is, that knowledge. It's learning something. It's mindsets. It's perspectives. Tools. It's stuff like that. Like head stuff. It's more, tangible. You guys understand what that means, but that's obviously a key part of this as well. I want you to walk away having learned something. And then it's also the hands. And so it's the actions. It's what do I do? And so all three of those work together in this. And some episodes are going to have more heart than others. Some are going to be more hands than others, right? And so because of that, I'm actually going to put a rating for like 1 to 10 or 0 to 10. I don't know yet. But like 1 to 10 of, all right, what level of heart is this episode? What level of head is this episode? And what level of hands is this episode? So if you're looking for one in particular, you can kind of check the description of the episode and be like, all right, I need to feel something right now. Let's pick the heart level that's like an 8, right? So look in the description for those ratings. While I'm talking about ratings and descriptions, I want to be very, like, this whole thing is about being very real and honest. And to be very upfront with you guys to start, like, faith and Christianity is a staple of who I am today. And I think it's really, really important. It's changed my life. If you listen to the next episode, you'll hear more about that. And so I'm going to add a faith Christianity rating as well in the description, so that if you're looking to learn more about that stuff or hear more about that stuff, you can seek those episodes out in the description, right? And at the same time, if that's not for you, that's okay. Like, you can look and be like, all right, well, I don't want to listen to that episode because it's rated at an 8 for faith, right? And so, like, again, I say it because I want to be 100% real with this whole thing, and it wouldn't be true to who I am and really what I believe is a really great solution for this problem. Like I said, it's changed my life, and so I'm going to treat it as just another topic. In a sense, I think it's a very important one, so that's why we're talking about it. But just as, relationships are important, and friendships, and you're figuring out your career, like all that stuff, faith is super important as well. So treating it like that, I'm going to interview people who have a lot of faith and people who don't, like believers, non-believers. I'm not sticking to each one. But yeah, so again, just some ratings to think about as you're searching for episodes. Check the description. I'll always put it there. What else? Format. Episodes are going to be posted every Sunday at 7 a.m. Eastern time, with the idea being Sunday scaries are real. And if you're looking for something to help with that, I'm telling you that there's something that's going to be posted at 7 a.m. So every week, one episode a week, at least to start. And there's going to be 3 types of episodes. So we talked about head, heart, hands, but the 3 types of episodes, and each of these will be labeled on the episode title. The episode title. And starting off, one of us episodes. So those are exactly what they sound like. They're real quarter lifers who are sharing their story. It's the struggle, it's the real shit that someone went through, and talking about it, talking about the real shit, because again, I don't think we do that enough, and how they overcame it. Uh, and to hit on that, okay, if I'm someone who's dealing with that same similar problem, okay, I'm gonna learn from somebody else who's been through it and can give me some advice for where I'm at right now. It's gonna be rock bottom type stuff. Like my story is rock bottom. It's relationships, it's career, it was a mess. And so some people have stories like that where it's just like, holy shit, man, what the hell's going on with my life? Kind of that crisis. But some people don't have that story, and it's a more specific problem like losing touch with friends or career uncertainty or uh, whatever it might be. We're going to talk about specific problems that they've faced and overcome, again, to help whoever's dealing with that, you as the listener, that struggle. So, one of us episodes, people our age talking about stuff. Uh, then, mentor episodes. Mentors have been really important for me in my life, and I think it's important to learn from those people who are older than us. So think like 35 and up, people who have been through it and want to give that life wisdom back. Don't really have to hit on anything more there, but just older people, life wisdom. And then lastly, I'm going to call them SMEs, subject matter experts. Just these are more educational, more informative. It's topics that I think we should have been taught. And now we're like, I wish I got taught this. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So it's faith, it's finances, it's how to buy a house, it's that stuff. The more physical health, like whatever it might be, that is going to be the third episode. So one of us, mentor, SMEs. That's what we're going to start with. It's kind of a lot, but I think, again, talking about how do you solve quarter life clarity, well, I think there are three components that all of us really need. And some people might need one more than the other, and that's fine. Not every episode is going to be for you. I don't want you to look at the list of all these episodes and think everyone is for me. Great if that happens, but I want you to be able to look at this kind of menu of episodes and be like, that's the one I need. And so those are the three types. With that being said, this is going to change over time. And it should, right? But this is a starting point. With that, like, how does this change over time? Obviously, also, to backtrack a second, a lot of this is on me to pull the best out of the guest, right? I'm gonna be interviewing kind of regular people, everyday people like you and me. That it's pulling the best out of them. It's what's your message. It's what do you want to tell people. It's what have you been through to now talk about it and give back that wisdom. Whether you're 28 or you're 72, I don't know. But I think everyone has a message. Everyone has a story, which is cool. Like every episode is going to be different because everyone's story is different. And so a lot of that falls on me and working with the guest ahead of time to develop a message that helps, solve this puzzle that is quarter life clarity, right? So also, an important part of this thing and why, like, this is such a group effort. Yes, I'm the one behind the mic and doing this and leading the charge, but I want this to be a group effort. Like I said, it's not me, it's us. Like I really want that to be a thing and sink in because I can't do this all alone. And that's why I changed to this podcast. And so with that, I need help. I need feedback from you, from the quarter lifer who's going through it right now. And so the best way that I've figured out how to get that feedback, also anonymously, so people don't feel weird about criticizing an episode or, talking about a struggle, whatever. I am starting a Reddit thread. I know that might sound crazy. If you're a Reddit person, great. If not, like me, like I'm not a Reddit person. Uh, but it's the best thing that I've found that we can kind of have a communication in terms of, first and foremost, giving me feedback on what you want to hear, if you have ideas, if there's a problem that you want to hear about, or if you want me to do an episode on, that's where I want you to go. You can always hit me up on Instagram or social media. Like there's ways to find me. You can literally just send me a message. But this Reddit thread, I know it sounds like, yeah, I'm not going to do that, but I really want to stress the importance of that, because this whole thing, this whole clarity thing doesn't happen without, it doesn't happen by me just doing it myself. I have ideas, I have things that I think will help solve this problem and guests that I want to bring in. But if it's not actually solving the problem and it's not helping you, then, I mean, I have another failed business, and like I'm not actually providing you with anything valuable. So you're going to leave. And so that's the last thing I want. And so that's why this feedback is really important. So that's one part of it, but it's also, hopefully going to be a place where people can post like real shit, like real struggles, real problems that they're going through. It's, hey guys, I'm thinking about quitting my job. I don't know what to do. Has anyone quit their job before? And what's great is it is completely anonymous. So, but it's a place that people can give you answers to. And so if you're kind of on your own, you don't know where to go, like that's also what this is for. And that's really good feedback for me as well as I'm crafting these episodes. I don't want this to be just, yeah, like listen to Brian, like he's got everything figured out, because I don't. I need real problems from real people like you to really drive this thing. And so how do we do that? So in the description of this episode, I will post a link to that Reddit thread that you can click on. You're going to do it on your phone probably. So download the app, download the Reddit app. I just had to do this myself. So download the Reddit app, join it. It'll bring you to Quarter Life. It's just, the thread is Quarter Life Clarity, all one word, and join it. I think you'll probably have to create an account. It takes 2 seconds. It is fully anonymous. I want that to be clear, which it was an important part of this thing, especially, if people are going to share their struggles, makes it easier. And if you could also, there's 3 dots on the top right if you're doing it on your phone. And if you click on that and then go to set community notifications, there's a couple different options for setting notifications, but that would, because if you're like me, you're going to download this and yeah, it's great, but then you're going to forget about it. So please set those notifications just to not forget about it, right? If this matters to you, if you like the message that Quarter Life Clarity is going for, then I really, really would love if you join this, and kind of starting to create community around this whole thing. It is a group effort. Again, it's not me, it's us. Like I'm not just saying that. That's real. I can't. I've said it multiple times, but it's not. I can't solve this problem alone, and I want that to be very clear. I need it to be a group effort, and so that's how I think we should attack this. Again, it's going to change over time, but this whole thing is, it's stories, it's wisdom, it's education, it's heart stuff that, man, I think we're missing so bad. I'm really putting an emphasis on the heart stuff and going deep and talking about the struggles, because no one's got it figured out. No one, even the 70-year-old, doesn't know what the fuck they're doing, right? It's getting rid of the stigma of like the social media and comparison. I didn't even talk about that. It's a huge problem. Expectations that we have. There's so much shit. There's so many things, and that's why it's like there's so many problems and things that I think we're dealing with. And each of these episodes is kind of meant to solve one of those micro level problems that quarter lifers face and collectively solve the macro, bigger level problem of this quarter life chaos. It's that quarter life crisis if you're going through one of those. So, yeah, I think that's really it that I wanted to cover. I hope that makes sense. More than anything, I said it in the beginning, but thank you for being here. If you've listened to this whole episode at this point, thank you for being here. This is an important one just so you have a guide moving forward. Um, Personally speaking, this has been a long journey for me. It's been 2.5 years of me, kind of being on my own, trying to build a business, trying to make an impact, trying to whatever, right? And I really, really think this is it, man. I think this is a problem that a lot of people are facing in this season of life that we're in. And I don't think a lot of people talk about it. I know I didn't talk about it. I don't still talk about it a ton with a lot of my friends. And so, I don't think any of us can do this alone. And so that's kind of really what this is all about. And so I want to thank you again for just being here, listening, being invested in this thing, and, for being here in the beginning too. When I'm I'm recording this in the barn if you're an OG and know what that is, but it's in my parents' backyard. It's a detached living room. And it's a mess right now. But it's a start. It's something I am truly passionate about, this whole idea, and I really think if it is a group effort like I want it to be, and people like you get invested in it and are honest and a little bit vulnerable, then man, I think we can really solve this thing, because we were dealt a shitty hand and now we have to deal with it and no one knows what the fuck they're doing. And now I'm rambling, but yeah, thank you for being here. I don't take that lightly. I really don't. And I want to make this the best it possibly can for you, the listener. So yeah, join the Reddit. I know it might be weird, but please join the Reddit. And another thing, the way I want this to grow is send it to a friend. If you like something, send it to a friend. Yes, like, subscribe. I appreciate that. But the way I really want this to grow is by you sending it to other people. So if you like an episode, please send it to someone else. It's people helping people. It's how can we spread this message of quarter life clarity to as many quarter lifers as possible to solve this problem and do it collectively. It's us, not me. And yeah, so go enjoy it. Thank you again for being here. And yeah, let's see how it goes.